The same traits that make fighter jets agile and maneuverable also make them extremely twitchy when they're driven to the limit. The secret to the F-18's fighting abilities is the fact that it can fly slowly, nose high, without stalling, a big plus in a dogfight. But push it a whisker too far, and the F-18 pushes back, hard. In a worst-case scenario, the jet starts gyrating back and forth, slamming from side to side. Pilots call it the falling leaf, and it's terrifying.
0G, kind of floating in your seat. Then you hit this wall as a side force, and that's when it reverses direction, and you go back the opposite direction.
And the whole time, the plane is dropping like a brick, screaming towards the ground. Once it picks up enough speed, it will recover, but...
The problem is it takes 10,000 feet sometimes to do that.
It was just 6,000 feet from the dirt when the plane decided to play rough with the 410 Squadron's own master of disaster. But the HUD recording from that flight makes for great show and tell.
There it is. I'm gonna have to eject. That's a sound you don't want to hear.
It was a routine training exercise. Peanut and a mock enemy plane closing fast on him.
He brings his nose on to me. I try to jam him.
Then, Peanut makes another steep, hard turn in the opposite direction to throw the bandit off his tail. Instead, the plane throws Peanut into the dreaded falling leaf.
There it is. Like 60 degrees nose down, screaming towards the ground.
The F-18 has a hard and fast rule. It's still not stable enough to touch the controls until its speed hits 180 knots.
And it just felt like an eternity as the friggin' trees are getting bigger and bigger.
In situations like this, the smartest thing a pilot can do is take his hands off the controls and wait. It's the ultimate test of faith in the machine.
Speed brakes in, throttle idle. I got my hands on the towel racks, and I'm just like, come on, 180. Oh no, it's showing signs of recovery. And I got my 180 back under control, and I roll the airplane up and recover from the dive, and I recover at about 2,000 feet above the ground.
2,000 feet above the ground, and 3 seconds from oblivion.
I think I'm just happy that I'm here to talk about it is what it is, rather than being a smoking hole in the ground.
This is the stuff we live for. It's awesome.